I will do a teardown on the latest flagship from OnePlus, the OnePlus 15. The dune color I chose really matches my taste. It feels rough to the touch, kind of like a ceramic pot. Now test the 165Hz refresh rate. It runs at 90Hz in short video apps, 120Hz in regular apps, and hits 165Hz in mainstream information apps. Compared to the iPhone's 120Hz, the difference isn't just visible in slow motion, you can actually see it with the naked eye. Game for Peace only goes up to 144Hz for now, maybe it's not fully optimized yet, but that should be fixed soon. That's about it for the exterior. So what about the internal components? Let's just jump right into the teardown. Heating it up and remove the back cover. I'm doing a rough disassembly. This back cover is unusually hard to remove. That's because there's a lot of structural adhesive reinforcement around the camera deck. Most smartphone back covers released this year are made of this fiberglass material. The camera deck seems to be made of aluminum, coated with what they're calling aerospace-grade nano-ceramic metal. They claim that with this ceramic metal coating, the surface hardness is twice that of titanium alloy and 3 times that of aluminum alloy. Now look at the internal structure. I've always really liked OnePlus's build quality, it's very neat. And if you look closely, you'll notice that even the small components on the board are sealed with adhesive. After removing the main board, the camera deck on the mainboard cover integrates an infrared remote, laser focus module, flash, and an ambient light sensor. On the other side is the NFC coil, a 50W wireless charging coil. The huge graphene cooling area covers the entire battery and USB port assembly. With the mainboard cover off, it's clear that the battery takes up a lot of space. So obviously the mainboard and subboard are noticeably narrower. Next, let's remove the camera module. The front camera specs are the same as the last generation, still 32MP with a 2.74-4" sensor. The main camera is an IMX90, and the wide angle is an OV50B. Then 2.75 5" Samsung JN5 inverted periscope telephoto. This inverted periscope design is genius, it saves a ton of internal space. All 3 rear sensors are slightly smaller than the last generation, but thanks to the addition of their in-house Lumo imaging tech, the actual image quality makes up for it. No big issue there. See how OnePlus has even put insulating tape over the flex cable connectors. That's to prevent short circuits or current leakage. From the side, you can see the mainboard uses a stacked design, with a large area of thermal paste applied on the back over the heat-generating areas. The processor is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 Supreme, along with their in-house networking chip and a touch chip. Storage is Elder 5X Ultra, pretty much top-tier specs. The top speaker is an AAC Technologies full metal enclosed 1015 unit, which is slightly larger than the previous gen's 1012 hours. The bottom speaker, also an AAC 1015. Compared to the last gen's 1115E, this one's a bit smaller, so the top speaker is bigger than before, while the bottom one is smaller. The upside is that both are now symmetrical 1015 units, which should give a more balanced sound. Now removing the charging port board, you can see silicone padding around the flex cable connectors. The data transfer speed on this port is USB 3.2 Gen 1. Wired charging supports 120W. Most other brands this year are going with 100W and 7000 mAh battery combos. Only the phone offers 120W with a 7000 mAh battery. Why is that? Let's remove the battery. It uses a dual-cell single interface design. Each side is 3650 mAh, adding up is 7300 mAh. 1300 mAh increase over the last generation. The reason they can do with 120W fast charging mainly comes down to the dual-cell setup, it just charges faster. Only the motor is left, let's take it out. The motor is the same 0816 size as Oppo Find X9 Pro. It's actually quite large for its class, but smaller compared to their own previous generation's 0916 turbo motor. Well, that's the whole internal family. Let's put it all back together. The battery life improvement on the OnePlus 15 is seriously impressive, definitely worth an upgrade. Right now, I'm just waiting for a compact phone with a big battery and decent cameras. All done reassembling.